What's going on, guys? Gabriel with Basic Car Guys here, and I'm back. So I've been kind of quiet lately. I just kind of been working and doing things in life, and life happens or whatever. So with that being said, I'm hoping to try to stay more consistent with the videos. Of course, it's not always the it's not always like the plan. You know, things don't always go as planned or whatever. But today I do have a small update for my Corolla shelf. And when I say Corolla shelf, I mean, look at what the Corolla has turned into. Definitely has turned into a shelf. I got like baby seats and stuff like that, and helmets and just a bunch of stuff, and all my microfibers, and closed the hood because there was no reason to keep it open. But anyway, first let me update with the beams. The beams engine is semi-stripped in terms of what I kind of wanted to take off. Now I had been debating about the alternator, like whether I was going to put the alternator, stock alternator bracket and stock alternator back, but I decided for the sake of reliability, we're gonna go ahead and do the slimline alternator. So what it effectively does is it lets you use the Toyota 1NZ, I think, alternator, which is either like a Yaris or a Toyota Echo. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and look at what the higher amperage is. We're gonna try to compare and just go a little bit higher. The more amperage doesn't really hurt too much, especially if you're running a lot of accessories. The only thing is that it removes the brace, so you don't have this the intake manifold braced. But I don't know. We'll see if that's gonna be big of an issue. Hopefully not. Otherwise, the air compressor's taken out. I'm not gonna sell the AC compressor because I hope to eventually have AC in the car unless plans change, but I do have it. So the alternator and the bracket might be for sale, and the power steering pump, I did sell the power steering pump, so that's gone. We're not running power steering in the car. I have a manual rack, a manual OEM AE86 rack, and not an MR2 rack, which is awesome, and kind of rare. The transmission is down there. What I'm gonna end up doing soon is measuring out how big it is and how much sizing I need, so I can just go ahead and beat the trans tunnel. And the more exciting thing is I got some parts in. I ordered some parts just kind of to like boost myself a little bit. I should have ordered this a long time ago just because it was inexpensive, but at the same time I kind of saved a lot of money too by buying this. So basically I'm going to show you guys what I bought and kind of explain why I bought it. Alright, so one of the biggest things that I ordered was the excessive manufacturing. Thank you very much. This is the mount kit. So this is so you can put the beams engine into the AE86. This has the transmission mounts, not the mount, but the bracket, and then the two engine side brackets. So these you put on the engine, and then you put the motor mount here at the bottom and connect them to the subframe. Now the only thing I'm missing is a subframe spacer that I don't know why I didn't think about when I put in my order, but I'll be ordering that this week. So that way I'll have it and I'll be ready to put that in there at least. So there's that. And then I also ordered a few things. So these are inner and outer tie rods. Okay, let me take this out. But so what I ordered were inner and outer tie rods. Not a big deal, but I pretty much need them because I didn't want to run the factory ones or the ones that came with the car. Just because, I mean, I'm just gonna be, they're cheap enough. Like these, I don't think they were that much money. I think they were like probably like 50 bucks total. And then also I ordered engine mounts. So I could have ordered the excessive manufacturing motor mounts, but I went ahead and went with like OEM style, just because I'm not really looking for performance. What I'm looking for at the moment is just to put the engine in the car. So it was just easier and cheaper to order this instead of like the polyurethane excessive manufacturing ones. I think eventually I will order them if these are like way too big of a problem, but I'm just gonna run it. So as you can see, just regular OE style. Just rubber bushing. So yeah, this should work. And then also I ordered a transmission, OEM transmission style mount. This was a little bit more pricey. I was looking around, I don't know, I was doing some research, and then like I didn't really pay attention to the fact that a J160 transmission has the same mount as a W58. So I went ahead and ordered a W58 from a Supra, from an MK4 non-turbo Supra from a 5-speed. This is the motor mount itself. So this, I'll show you. So this is the mount or whatever, and then this is gonna go ahead and just like fit in here. See, no problem. Whether this is upside down or whatever, it doesn't matter. And then this part actually goes to the transmission. So I think it goes like this, but either way the bolts line up, which is not a problem. So all I really need to find now are some washers and some nuts, so I can go ahead and have this mounted, and some screws at the top, some bolts, so I can put this to the transmission. So at least I can go ahead and eventually, you know, put the transmission up into the car, which is not a big deal, but yeah. So that's what I got for now. It's not that like everything's like really expensive. It's just I'm kind of like trying to delegate what I should and shouldn't buy, just because I mean you don't really have to buy everything at once, and I mean it's kind of pricey. So I think I made a list on my iPhone that has like, I made a list and it has like all the parts that you're gonna kind of need, but it doesn't have every single item. So let me show you here real quick of my list. So here's the list, and like here's the pricing of what everything's gonna be cost, like everything like kind of cost. So I'm trying to get like the smaller stuff out of the way. As you can see here, I have the beams, and then I'll need like I got the mount kit and the motor mounts. So $185 for just the two polyurethane ones, or $20.88. These cost like $10 each, so it wasn't bad. Transmount was $51, 95 Supra NA transmount, and then $112 for the beams, for the excessive manufacturing like polyurethane style. So I still need to go ahead and get an IS300 ECU holder. Now that I put $105, that's just because I was looking on eBay, but I'm pretty sure if I go to the junkyard myself, it'll be a lot cheaper. I might just look for the wiring harness with it and see if there's something I can do with that, or like the interior harness. The excessive 1-inch spacers, I'll be ordering those soon, and the manual power steering rack mounts. I don't know why I put $15, but they're $55, and I'm gonna go ahead and go with the excessive ones just because I can't, and that's not even the original ones, that's like the MR2 conversion ones, but I can't find AE86 OEM ones, so that's fine. So there's still a bunch of parts on here also. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude my little update here, and hopefully soon you'll be seeing me ordering more parts and getting more parts in. It's just kind of, you know, things happen. Just straight up things happen, especially when you're building a car. I've had the car for a year and I really haven't done anything with it, so that's my fault, but at the same time, things happen. So with that being said, thank you guys, and if you have not subscribe, please subscribe. It helps me make more content, and it helps me like finally be able to buy more parts, and you know, hopefully in the future we can do more things. So please, if you have any comments, go ahead and drop them down, anything that can help me, or if you have any questions on what I've found so far in terms of some of the part numbers that are interchangeable, go ahead and drop them down below. My source for parts right now, kind of like Rock Auto and Amazon, just the normal places, and of course Excessive and JSP are the only two companies that really make a beams bolt-on kit. So you know, go with what you like the most. With that being said, thank you guys, and we'll hope to see you soon.